Leadville serves as a bedroom community to Eagle and Summit counties. Its residents drive overpasses to work, often in poor weather conditions, and come home to poorly insulated and run-down homes. Our economy suffers. Voices of community organizations working together to make Leadville a more sustainable community have their opinions about what issues are contributing to poverty in Lake County.
In Lake County, we have a lot of wonderful things going on in the community, but things tend to be grant funded, almost 100% in this community. And that can be a big challenge. You know, grants start and they end. And when they do end, that often means that a program, a project, or even an agency, unless they're able to find funding elsewhere, they can no longer continue. They can't exist any longer. And the effects of that are felt throughout the community. It's a ripple effect.
The underrepresented population in Leadville often fear having a voice in the community and do not get involved.
Cultural issues, people are afraid.
Leadville has no community garden or access to local food. Our Safeway has 18% higher costs than the national average, and 50% of Leadville residents are on food stamps.
So a big sustainability issue in Lake County that is contributing to poverty is the overly high pricing of healthy foods and vegetables at our Safeway, which is far higher than those at competing grocery stores, including in some cases Whole Foods for some food categories. And in a big food in the budget of a family living below the poverty line is a huge portion of what their annual income is spent on.
58% of Leadville's population are immigrants. Most live in mobile home parks right outside of town.
So I think one of the biggest issues facing Lake County in terms of sustainability is twofold. One is the recent immigrant communities and their lack of integration into the social fabric of Lake County. And that also manifests itself into the K through 12 educational system. And until we figure out a way to integrate this community, educate them, provide a future for these immigrants who will most likely stay in the community to give back to the community, I think we have a real sustainability issue.
Housing inequity does not promote diversity within a community.
One of the major sustainability issues affecting poverty in Lake County is our housing inequity. A lot of our residents that are lower income or underserved have to live in trailer parks, which are a distance away from the community, and they also have to drive many miles over the hill to go to work every day, which results in a lot of money spent on gas, as well as less time spent at home with their families, which in turn affects their children. This housing inequity, I believe, can be addressed by consulting with developers who are willing to build low-income housing or mixed-income housing in town, and I believe that this would greatly solve our issue.
Most infrastructures in Leadville are poorly insulated, and families living in these homes cannot afford to fix them up. 70% of these homes spent over 10% of their household earnings on heating costs. Of these 70%, nearly half spent over 20% of their income on energy bills. The results are an inability to keep their homes warm enough, creating a reinforcing feedback loop, perpetuating energy poverty. By improving some of the most inefficient building stock in Lake County and by linking energy poverty to the environment, to people, and the economy, we can see opportunity to create a more sustainable energy environment. Relying on the system to pay energy bills that these families cannot afford creates a system trap, shifting the burden to the intervener, paying to heat the home versus fixing it by weatherization. Balancing feedback loops. By linking energy efficiency to jobs, a healthy environment, and an increased sense of pride in the economy and community. Paradigms. An energy independent community with a green collar workforce and a concern for the unique mountain environment that distinguishes Lake County from other places. Goals. The goal is to create a sustainable energy system work interconnectedly to create jobs, reduce emissions, and enhance the collective well being of the community. Information flows. If the poor population and immigrant community had more information, they could take steps to improve their homes' efficiency and decrease fear and dependency. It will not be easy to rectify these social and environmental catastrophes, but doing so is necessary towards a just and sustainable energy future for Lake County in the next 10 years. Co-adaptation between the social system and ecosystem locates the environment in the spaces that people live, work, and play. It draws basic connections between social inequity and environmental disparity. Overcoming social obstacles. The appropriateness of this framework is found in the need to bring more diverse voices in policy making, energy efficiency initiatives, and extend outreach to a combination of people. Social and ecological diversity. By including poor, low-income people in the community's sustainability conversation, effectiveness will increase towards a just and sustainable energy environment.